Hello guys, thanks for visiting my channel. Today I will share some details on lifecycle hooks in Angular. This is very important topic in Angular because Angular is a component based framework and every component has to go through different phases. And these phases are nothing but lifecycle hooks, which is also known as component architecture. So, what is lifecycle hooks? This is the actual definition of life cycle hooks, but let me explain in simple words. So guys, once we create component through CLI, then we will get ng on init method by default. This is one of the life cycle hook and Angular supports many more life cycle hooks. So once we create component and add the selector of that component in app.component.html, then Angular create an instance of that component in a DOM. Then only we can see that component on web or a web page. So whenever new instance is created in DOM, then that component will go through some phases and Angular give us a chance to hook our code in between that phases. Means we can execute our code in that phases and that phases is nothing but lifecycle hooks. In Angular, there are 8 lifecycle hooks. In component timeline, first call constructor and then call first lifecycle hook that is ng on changes. So the hooks are getting executed in this order. So first is ng on changes. Ng on changes will execute multiple times. It will execute whenever a change happens to the data that bound with an @input decorator. This is the only one hook that will work with argument. Second hook is ng on init. It will execute once our component is initialized. Third is ng do check. It will also execute multiple times if any change is detected in a component like a button click or any action or event, then ng do check hook will get called. Next is ng after content init. It will execute whenever the content of component is projected through ng content element. It means if we are initializing any content in component using ng content element, then ng after content init hook will get called. Next is ng after content checked. It will work like ng on changes hook. If means if any change detect in ng content element, then only ng after content checked hook will get called. Whereas if any change detect with an @input decorator, then ng on changes hook will get called. Next is ng after view init. It will execute once the initialization of our component is done completely or the view of our component is rendered completely on web. Next hook is ng after view checked. It will execute once the component and its child view is completely initialized on web. And the last is ng on destroy. It will execute before destroy our component from the DOM. For example, if we click on any other component, then our previous component will get destroyed from the DOM and new component will add into the DOM. So that's it about the life cycle hook. And I want to repeat. Let me add the pointer. Yeah, I will repeat. There are 8 life cycle hooks in Angular such as ng on changes, ng on init, ng do check, ng after content init, ng after content check, ng after view init, ng after view checked, and last is ng on destroy. So this is the theory part of life cycle hook. If you want to see the example of each hook, then please let me know through your comments so I can create a separate video with an example of life cycle. Thank you. Just for your information, Our next video will be on @input and @output decorator. Thanks again for watching this video. If you find this video useful, then please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you. Bye bye.